Hmm. Where is Jerome? Where is Jerome? Good question. Very good question. We're gonna get started soon, folks. Just doing some of the settings that you gotta do. For those mobile live streams. Let's check those audio settings. There we go. Let's keep talking so we can check those audio settings, see how they're doing. There we go. Sounds like those are working, so we're doing pretty well there. Grab the share. I guess I'll take that over to Lizzo's. There you go. There goes Lizzo. The board. Okay. And we'll come back. And let's get up and let's get rolling here in a minute. Just getting my bag on, folks. Okay. Let's pick it up now. Okay, that looks good. Oh wow. Just gonna turn my hotspot off and let's get going. So let's turn around the camera first. Ah, I just had it. Hey folks, Jerome Forestwood here. Today it is a vertical live stream day, so welcome to the live stream today. We are over here in Cooper's Park, so let's head on through Vancouver and see what it's like today. So here we are in the neighborhood, and as you can see right here, lovely, lovely area. There is some of the sea buses in the aqua bus and Falls Creek ferries there, not the sea bus, but ferries nonetheless, the ones that take you across Falls Creek. And then on over here, this is part of the seawall trail over here. So head on up into the downtown core today, since we are in the area. There's one of our public pieces of artwork right there. And I'm just going to straighten out the camera. There we go. Gimbal, come back. Come back, Gimbal. You see there's a lot of people just hanging out in the parks today. There goes the aqua bus underneath the bridge. This area is always a little bit quieter. It's a residential area. You can see with all the different condominiums that are within view here on both sides of Falls Creek. Well, generally a little more relaxed. You'll see a few more people out during the weekends. And you can see in the background there, that is our science world. That is for Torontonians. And anyone who knows Toronto, that is our science center. Of course, the Toronto Science Center has since closed down. It's going to reopen somewhere else. It's unfortunate, I heard that. Been there since I was a kid, but I kind of agree with the government. What is it doing over there in the Flemington Park neighborhood? Never made much sense to me. I'll keep walking here. Flemington Park's a nice neighborhood. It has a lot of apartment buildings in it and stuff like that. But it is a bit out of the way when people are often heading downtown Toronto in the core. But over here, it's like right there. It's not far away at all. Here, Science World. It's so accessible. It's right in the middle, pretty much. Hey, Rocky, nice to see you. Very cool. So, yeah, today is our vertical stream day. And this appeases the YouTube gods. Looks like we got a new washroom here. Or something, not quite sure. That'd be interesting. This is a popular basketball court to find people playing it. Looks like these guys are enjoying their game. They got skills. He's joshing. Let's see. Is he gonna make the shot? Oh, they're getting close. Oh, this guy looks like he's gonna shoot. No. Let's head on out. We'll go this way. We used to have a ping pong table over here. It's gone now. Where's my ping pong table? I want my ping pong table back. Guess it wasn't the best spot for it. Sometimes they'll move those things around. We're over on Marina side Crescent right on over here. And as you can see, the bottom of the bridge is right here. Da 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 da. The Cambie Street Bridge. And there's some people that just came off of it. They got the bridge walk. The bridge look. It's like you just walked across a big warm sunny bridge with like wind gusts, so your hair is kind of like slightly bent out of shape unless you got a hat on. And this is Pacific Boulevard here. So this would be Pacific Boulevard and Marina Side Crescent. And that would be Pacific Boulevard looking towards the casino in the background. That's that brown slated glass building there. That's our local casino. The Edgewater Casino has since shut down. I have been educated by the locals. Luckily, I wasn't walking around saying it's open. I just said, there's the old casino over there. So I wasn't being inaccurate, but they're like, hey, you know that thing's closed. And it's just like, I've never gone in it. They're like, yeah, you know. That's so much fun. But Park Vancouver, that is our new casino. And that's been around for a while. It's not like brand new or anything like that, but it's here, and that's where everyone goes. So keep walking here. Going to start meandering into the core. Over here, it looks like they got a new restaurant or something over here. 13 restaurants, 1 delivery. It looks like a ghost kitchen. It is Club Kitchen. Yeah, it looks like a ghost kitchen. That was cool. You just show up. They have a variety of different options. I saw that pop up also over in near the Leslieville area in Toronto. It's a place that had everything from Mario's, which is a big pasta and pizza house over in Ontario. I think it's called Eastside Mario's. I tend to forget these things the longer I spend time in Vancouver. Eastside Mario's, but it had like a whole bunch of other restaurants in it too. It was very interesting. It looks like we got that down here with Club Kitchen now too. We're here on Marina side and Pacific Boulevard. I guess that's just gonna pop up more. I also saw them up in whenever I would visit in like interesting areas in North York. They had that too. You'd be walking along like Lawrence Avenue or even further up. And you just find them, but they'd be a lot more like local brands. Like someone opened 3 different restaurants and then had their ghost kitchen right there. Very cool. Let's keep going. This is Beatty Street here. We're on Nelson now. This is what happens. Marina side turns into Nelson over here. Nice bike. We're just waiting right here. That's Beatty Street. You can see how the outside of the core is a lot more quiet. But again, these are the buildings that we're dealing with down here. Condominiums. So like people, when they come out here, they're gonna just go home. And they're just gonna chill out at home. You know, they'll pop out for food, they'll come home from work, that type of thing. Especially this day and age in Canada, of course. You got some people who are wealthy and it doesn't bother them, especially here in Vancouver. Hey, you worked for it, or your parents worked for it, so fair enough. Inheritance is becoming more important here in Canada these days. It really is. To get by. So it's coming back to that, to what they do over in Bangladesh. It's just inheritance is what you get. That's a very important thing. I never thought that would be like the most critical thing in Canada, but it's one of them now. So if you're fortunate to have that, good on you. Not everyone gets it. Keep walking here on Nelson Street. Looks like we can cross. We're crossing Canby. Kieran, nice to see you. Rocky's here too, as well as a bunch of other people. Nice to see everyone on the stream. We're over here on Nelson Street in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and we're walking through the Yaletown area right now. We're in the more residential side of it though, and at the back of some larger businesses. You can see like all of a sudden we move from a quieter area and you start getting more people. And that's how it works, as you move closer to the middle of the central business district.
I have a tax.
Are you aware? Yeah. So we're in Yaletown, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And we're on Nelson Street. And this would be Nelson and Mainland Street right here. And this would be the Yaletown area. You come here in the evening time, this place will get really busy. Especially on the weekends. There's 2 different areas that you can come into here. You can walk above there. There's a lot of restaurants there. There's a lot of restaurants and stores along this way too, on the side of the street, and sometimes get overlooked. So it's good to come on down and check it out yourself if you are in the area. But yeah, the weekends is the busy time. If you are coming down on the weekend and you think you can just walk into some of these restaurants, some of them you can and get a seat, and sometimes you might be competing too. So it's good to, of course, call ahead and see if you need a reservation. If you do, then make your reservation. There's a big reservation culture here in Vancouver. Gareth, nice to see you. Hello, I'll be in Vancouver in 3 weeks. You want to watch the Canucks and Whitecaps? Great videos. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, hockey's coming back now. It's September. Very cool. Oh, nice to see you, Gareth. And 360, you're here too. Yeah, it is really nice outside today. It was much colder this morning. It wasn't like as cold as it can get in Toronto right now. Toronto can get much colder right now. They're probably still warm, but they can get much colder right now. So it's probably warmer than that, but still cold for Vancouver. Not complaining, it was actually rather refreshing. Nice to see 360 here, and Gareth and Kieran, as well as Rocky, and a bunch of other people. I'll continue on Mainland Street here. And we'll cross here. If you need the subway, the SkyTrain subway is right down there at Yaletown Roundhouse Station. Clear to cross, so we're good to go. I'll walk up through here. This is Hamilton Street. It was cool on the bus override over here. When I get to the downtown core, I ran into a viewer, and she stopped me, and she's just like, "You got the camera on?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "I don't mind if I get on the camera when you're outdoors, but not on the bus." I was like, "Cool." I was like, "No, I don't have the cameras on," and I didn't have any cameras on at that time. But you always gotta check. Some of these cameras can get real small these days. And she just said, "I watch your stuff," and I said, "Thank you." And then she said, "You know, when you're talking about Jim Deva, it's Jim Diva." So when we're over there at Jim Diva Plaza, that's how we're supposed to pronounce it. Looks like we can cross. This guy in the Ferrari's waiting for us right now. Thank you. I'll keep walking on Hamilton Street here. 360 says I'm at 41st and Fraser, warming up here at Tim's for a coffee. Oh, okay. You're over in the Sunset neighborhood then. And Sunset on Fraser neighborhood, eh? Yeah, we go over there. We did a live stream over there, or I posted a video not too long ago. Can't remember which one. It's a bit out of the way for Asim and myself to get to, but it's not impossible. This is Homer Street. I'll stroll down here for you. Yeah, we go over there. I like to go over there to get some of my coffee from the proud Pinoy grocer. They just got a good selection of what they really do really well over in Asia is instant coffee. It's a different feature. It's sometimes better than ground coffee. And when we're living in our apartment, ground coffee can smell up the apartment from time to time, but instant doesn't seem to do that. And I've got a knack for Filipino and Vietnamese instant coffees. And Fraser Street's a great place to go and pick that stuff up. And then, of course, just groceries too. And we'll go over there, stop by, get different types of foods. pakoras, sweets, samosas, like real samosas, like one stuffed with meat. Oh, so good. All that type of stuff. It's good. And that's where Shameless Buns has his brick and mortar too. They're so good. You're so lucky right now. And that Tim's is actually nice too, so. Yeah, that's a good place to be. It's a great neighborhood. And that would be the Fraser on Sunset neighborhood. And that's in the Sunset neighborhood. We'll stay on Homer for a little bit here. Just kind of doing a small little zigzag up and through. So this is Nelson Street in Homer again. Slowly climbing up. And this is where we just were. We were just down there. Let's keep going here. So if you're at Tim Hortons 360, then you're over, actually technically at 43rd, East 43rd and Fraser. But I know I would say 41st and Fraser too, and just say that Tim Hortons there. That's cool. So 360 is across the street from the Dollarama. Let's keep walking here. That place has a popping parade during the Vaisakhi festival. And the Vaisakhi parade. And people just kind of follow the parade along this big long route that goes along Fraser Street too. And the local Gurdwara is just around the corner, a couple blocks. So, yeah, we'll keep walking on Homer Street here. Over here on Homer Street, we're approaching Smythe now, here in the downtown core. Welcome, welcome. A few other people have come onto the stream. Pizza across the street with a Dairy Queen. Yeah. I always, well, not always, but I regularly stop at that Dairy Queen and get a milkshake. One of those thick Dairy Queen milkshakes. They're awesome. Let's cross the street here. We'll continue on Homer. We're over here at the Homer Cafe and Bar. Let's see if we can poke in there. There it is. They're just getting ready, so we'll be quiet. Homer Street and Bar. It looks like they got a few people here on the patio. So. They're getting the after hours crowd. No, this is for this. Look at this. They are bumping today, I guess. Wow. Whole party. Very cool. Check that out. Big party. I thought they were quiet. No, the reason they're quiet is because they have a giant party next door that they're catering. Probably some kind of promotional event. Bringing people out. Reminds me of some of the events that you see people going to. Or Emily in Paris in the TV show Emily in Paris. And keep walking on Homer Street here. Lifestyles of the rich and famous. Yeah. Yeah. Well, sometimes, like, for my work, I'll find myself at one of those events, too. So, you know. It's not necessarily fashion or anything like that. It's other things, but that's still, those parties exist too. Launch parties. We'll have launch parties for anything these days. Just across the street here. Over at the Vancouver Library. It's going to be the Central Branch. And we'll head up Robson Street here. The days are starting to get shorter. Across the street here. Crossing Homer, continuing on Robson. There's this nice little liquor store over here. It's private. The Robson Wine and Beer store right here. It's right next to the Hilton. So if you're staying at the Hilton Vancouver, well, yeah, liquor store right there. It's open from 9 a.m. till 11. So similar to Ontario hours these days. For anyone who's watching from Ontario. It's one of our most populous provinces in Canada. It's also where I started YouTubing. Before, of course, we made the move over to Vancouver almost 2 years ago. Robson Street here is full of a mix of both tourist and local services here. So, like right here, there's an IGA and a HomeSense and banking centers. And then over there, that would be a little more touristy, the Brick and Mortar Japadog, and a bunch of restaurants around it. Locals love those restaurants too. I love a Japadog. Almost had one on the weekend. We got something else. I can't even remember what. Oh, we got Chicken World instead. Over along the Kingsway. Had one of their Nashville chicken sandwiches. So good, so good. That's the Wednesday special on Denman Street. Actually, out of all the restaurants that are over here, the Indian Caddy Row restaurant, Rosie right there, that's one of my favorite. And they just opened up on Commercial Drive, I believe, too. If that's not the location where they saw it, I saw it as a new restaurant, then just correct me in the comments, and that'll help everyone out. You can also Google map it. But there is a second location of Rosie now. And I take a paratha, which is like a circle-shaped flat bread. That's nice and crispy and soft. And normally you rip it apart and you eat it like you would rip apart naan and eat it with different foods and stuff like that, curries and stuff. But they'll wrap it up with meat and vegetables inside of it. So it's so good. So good. This is Seymour Street and Robson. I believe it's more Pakistani and Indian. Either way, it's good food. Let's keep walking on Robson Street here. Over by the Rogers and the Five Guy. As well as the Aladdin Cafe. These guys do some good kebabs here. There's the Five Guys. I don't mind Five Guys, but haven't been able to get acid back in there ever since he tried it in Toronto. It's just not his jam. He's sticking to it. There's the number 20 bus right there. Big old articulated bus. This came from Southeast Marine Drive. I'll be heading on back down there. Robson Street here. Robson and Granville. We are now in the core. We are now in the core. I wish I had some change. She's a really good busker. Today I just didn't have any. It was a busy weekend. Let's just say that. So if you do see buskers, give them change if you got it. If you don't got it, it's understandable. But if you got it and you can afford to share, then feel free to share. They work really hard. Sometimes you just don't have it though. This is Granville Street here. They're almost done construction on this theater here. Can't remember what this theater on this side of the street was called, but they're right next to the Zoomies over here. And they're redoing it. It'll be good when it's done, because then the scaffolding will be gone and there'll be more sidewalk. What's going on over here? Didn't even see the police officers. Oh wow, I gotta walk past this too. Okay, interesting. Oh Nelly. Oh Nelly. I don't know what's going on here. I'm going to turn the camera away. It's like someone got knocked to the ground and the police are there and they help the person up. I'll probably find someone else later. Beatrice, nice to see you. Or Beat Riz. Beat Riz. Beat Riz. You see a ton. Cool. Good at Davie Street. I'll probably actually be turning around in a little bit. But I will be back on Davie Street at some point in time. You're in Kitsilano? Oh, okay, cool. Kitsilano is a great neighborhood. Not quite sure what that guy had in his mouth. Wow, that was interesting. Yeah, it's nice to see you. Beaters, we got 360 here, we got Gareth here, we got Kieran here, we got Rocky here. It's good to see you as well on the stream. It's back here. What do I do here to hide this? Oh, you just do that. Okay. And they added something new to the app I use to live stream with. That's interesting. Yeah, I love Kitsilano. We're also regularly over in Greektown getting groceries from City Avenue, or picking up cheese pies from Serrano's. I like the cheese pies better than the spinach and cheese pies, but the spinach and cheese pies are delicious too. It just tells you that the cheese pies are even better. We'll keep walking here on Granville Street. If you want to see what Granville Street looks like, you can go back in our back catalog and we can show you what it looks like at night. We did some videos during the summertime at night, so there's a few night videos around. Right now it's a little bit more of a quiet strip. Some people will pop into these restaurants, but it's not high time hour right now. Some of these restaurants will fill up a little bit on a Monday, so they'll keep it open. because it does help pay the bills, but Mondays are not their big priority. It's the weekend. We'll turn up here on Nelson. Just passing the Flamingo Cafe right now. Yeah, and then every once in a while we're on 4th Ave. It's actually looking at 4th Ave on the weekend. It's one of the places I was thinking of going. It pairs up really well on a Sunday at the Kitsilano Farmers Market. You just gotta walk up Robson Street from the Farmers Market to 4th Ave. It's a great little experience. You can visit the Farmers Market. You can go to Gastown, which is right there by the Farmers Market, or you can go to, there's even more restaurants, and walk up the West 4th Ave, and there's a slew of really great restaurants up there to check out and see. I just got a hankering to head down House Street here. So this is House Street in Nelson. Indian burger joint. Looks like it's doing pretty good. It's been here for a bit now. Doesn't look like it's struggling, which is often something that Vancouverites will look and will be like, is it struggling? Is it not struggling? What's going on here? I think we got an interesting person. Not quite sure. We wonder if we can actually go in. Oh yeah. So we just wonder if it's gonna stick around or not, the restaurant. I always hope it does, but what can you say, what can you do? If you run a good, high quality restaurant in this city, it doesn't have to be like haute couture or like for the elite. It can be for regular plebs too. And if you run a good restaurant, you can make some good money. Vancouverites get dedicated to their restaurants. And look at places that have built up a big fanfare like a Jam Cafe. Which we have down here, but we also have over West 4th Ave. Now we'll go down the other side of Granville. Well, I gotta go. Nice video. Thanks, Beat Riz. Talk to you later. It's cool. We got people from all over Vancouver on the stream today. Very cool. Very, very cool. Get some West Side representation. 360 over in the Sunset neighborhood. We got Beat Riz. It's over in Kitsilano. And of course, right now, even though I don't necessarily live down in this area, Right now I'm repping the downtown. I am here quite a bit. To be honest. They can film Granville Street a billion times. And people will always be interested in it. So, always be interested in it. There's just some streets you can film multiple times and people will just watch it. Yonge Street in Toronto is one of them. And Yonge's really long too, so there's lots of options. Downtown Granville Street's a popular one. Commercial Drive too. I'm just waiting for the lights to change. They're almost going to change. There we go. There's a food delivery guy. You can see the bag on the back of his car. Very cool. Those guys work really hard to help people out. Especially sometimes it's not necessarily an affluent person who's getting a food delivery. A lot of people make that assumption that it's just affluent people. Sometimes it's people that have mobility issues. And it's easier. They're not spending as much, so they can afford a nice meal every once in a while. And they'll get it delivered. And then it's just handy for someone like me too, and Asif and myself. We'll normally order and then go pick it up ourselves, but every once in a while we'll get it delivered. So the ambulance probably came from St. Paul's Hospital. That's where a lot of the ambulances in the downtown core come from. That's where the main ambulance bay is. If you're over on the west side, you'll get a mix of Vancouver General that also services part of the east side of Vancouver, as well as the UBC area that also has a hospital. So there's a lot of hospitals in the area. Let's keep going here. We'll walk up Granville Street now. We're walking north. Crossing Nelson. Oh, we got caught out here. If you get caught out, you just calmly finish it off. There's the old Vogue Theater sign right up there. You can see right now. September 17th, the cult is coming. Guess that'd be tomorrow. And the Testament is coming on the 18th to the Vogue Theater. I so don't know new bands anymore. I'm in that phase where I'm just so busy in life, doing other things, like knowing new bands. Like, I'll listen to new music and be like, that's awesome, but I just got so much else on my mind I don't remember. Roxy's got Millennial Monday now. Guess there's a place to go if you're a millennial and it's Monday. I wouldn't be a little surprised if a lot of restaurant people go and party. A lot of people on Mondays have the day off. Not everyone. Crossing Smythe Street. I'll continue up Granville Street now. across Robson and over to West Georgia. This is where you'll find the Commodore Ballroom. Nice place to come to if you're in the area and you want to see a music show. How they do it on over here, this is a great place to come to. Gonna walk past that guy. Oh man, that's hilarious. Person carrying a a speaker, making themselves known on the street. Wonder what they must be doing. That's about all I can say about that. If you're in the know, you're in the know. If you're not in the know, then you're not in the know. It's a quiet day today. That's some good foot traffic. Looks like we can cross. We also have the all-way crosswalk here in LA. So you got the big X here in the middle. Actually, it's on all-way right now. No, it's not on all-way right now. And see the amount of traffic you get from Robson Square just coming down here too. You can see how things have changed. People are wearing long pants or a long shirt because it is getting cooler. Jackets are starting to come out. More of the white clothing. White clothing's not totally gone, but more of the white clothing's gone. People are turning to darker colors because they're warmer and attract more of the sunlight and warm up your clothes more. 360 saying candy store up the street. Yeah, Ricardo's right here. There's Ricardo's right there. This is your sugar high. Definitely looks like a sugar high when you look inside. Like, look at that. Yeah, there's people in there too. Like, there's always somebody in here. You got a pile of different candy you can go on in there and buy. It's not cheap, but it's not over the top too. It's something fun to do. I think it's 360's favorite. Cool. This is the big corridor over here of buildings on Granville Street. You see people from all walks of life over here. The busy downtown core. When you're down here, it's just good to mind your own business and enjoy the vibes. People are relatively calm and relaxed down here. This would be the intersection of West Georgia and Granville Street. I will turn the camera in a minute and show you West Georgia Street. I was like, we got a hip-hop artist over here, but not making any hippie or high and just playing a beat. Oh, he's having a smoke, that's why. He's over there underneath the tree. Warming up. Yeah, he's just having a smoke. It's pretty good. Plenty of car noises. I'm not worried about that one. When we went on over to the Car Free Day Festival though yesterday, you can check that out in the live section of my back catalog. Car Free Day was over on Main Street. It was a great day. Great day. But like literally giant festival. Over 20 blocks of just festival. Typical Vancouver festival. It was beautiful. Food, vendors, bands, wackiness. Just had so much fun. Lally, nice to see you. Yeah, a bunch of other people on the street. Yeah, we're over by the art gallery. Yeah, we're over in Vancouver, which has a large Chinese population. That is not no word of a lie. And it's got a large Pan-Asian population too of people. We are over here on one side of the Pacific Ocean. Looks like the skateboarders are in town today. He's working his camera. Looks like he's got his bro there getting ready. Very cool. There he goes trying it out there too. There's way for me to pass. They want the footage. They don't want to share it. Smart. Very smart. Very, very smart. Because I'll turn that into like a billion shorts. This would be Hornby and Burrard Street, or Hornby and West Georgia Street, sorry. Oh! Lally used to live here. Very cool. Very, very cool. Well, where are you now? It's always interesting to hear where people are from. I got people from all over the world in this city, just like you'll get people from all over the world in Toronto. Toronto, I would say, though, is the more multicultural city. A lot of people will come on over here. This is the more Pan-Asian city in Canada, but probably the most multicultural Pan-Asian city in Canada. But Toronto has a whole other variety of nations. And we don't get a large Jamaican population over here like you do in Toronto, where it gets so saturated you can get Jamaican patties at almost every convenience shop. And for cheap too. Like a Jamaican patty in Vancouver will go you like anywhere from $4 to $7, sometimes even 8 or 9. We'll continue on West Georgia Street here. Per piece, just because we don't have the population that eats it over here, as opposed to over in over there in Toronto, we'll go for like $2, $2 to $4. So. Just interesting comparisons. But then over here, okay, if we're in Toronto, we'll be paying through the roof for karaage fried chicken. But over here, we can get Japanese karaage fried chicken. Not everywhere, but at certain locations, once you're in the know, you can get it for cheap over here. You know? So, it's interesting. You get a bucket of karaage fried chicken over here for like 20 bucks. Sometimes more between 20 to 25. And then that same bucket of karaage fried chicken, or even Korean fried chicken, which is different. That's Korean, and karaage is Japanese. And you get that bucket. It's usually going for twice as much in Toronto. So 40 bucks. So cool. There's the 240 bus that just came from Lynn Valley. Coming down here. And there's the 246. That came from the Highlands area in North Vancouver. Want to get up there sometime in the near future. We got a little built-up center in there. I want to do a video around. Looks fun. It's just a little area with more restaurants amidst a sea of single-family dwelling homes. So here's Thurlow Street and West Georgia Street. This is the Arthur Erickson building right here. And then you got the Fortis BC building right here. So two major buildings in the area. And then this one is also an office building, but it's got some high-end retail down below. Actually, no, this is the Shangri-La Hotel. Sorry, I made a mistake. I was thinking of Black Oak. Yeah, that's still the Shangri-La Hotel. Or not the Shangri-La, that's a nice hotel though. And of course it's got Burberry down below here. I think the Shangri-La is somewhere else. Well, you can double check all that on Google Maps and fact check it. Calling out the intersections, you can let me know in the chat. That'll help everyone out. We're over on Alberni Street. I'll head down Alberni. Ville Coffee's over here on 745 Thurlow. This is the office building here. And you got fancy shops down below. Look at this, it's busy down here right now. The Carmiana, we're just passing by. And one of those hotels. You can see right here. We got some cool flowers on over here, sculptures. Keep walking on Alberni here. There's the Coastal Church. Got a variety of different religious places of worship. Everything from temples to churches to synagogues, masjids. The word we use here in Canada for masjid is mosque. So lots of different places of worship. Very interesting. Over here, you'll just see some like, wow, look at that. That is a Lamborghini right here. Just parked out on Alberti Street. That's so Alberti. And right next to a Toyota Evo church. I'm not a big car guy, but I can appreciate it. I can definitely appreciate it. This would be Butte Street and Alberni. There goes a Tesla. There's a Mercedes. And there goes a Corvette. Which car do I show? For the car nerds. I love it. And when they're quiet with their cars, that's even cooler. So it's funny because you'll find like people who are like rent-a-cars. I love this little fountain right here. It reminds me of West Coast waterfalls as well as Ontario. Muskokas. So if you haven't hit that like button yet, hit that like button. It really does help support the channel. The YouTube algorithm loves that like button. And that doesn't cost you anything. Of course, if you want to support the channel, you can hit the $sign during any of the live streams and send me a super chat or a super sticker. And I can also take direct donations through Interact e-transfer. So my email address is jforster@gmail.com. Those are some ways you can support the channel. I also recently opened up channel memberships, so that option's available too. If you want to donate $4.99 Canadian, so $5 Canadian a month, that'll help out as well. I head down here and I go to that bus stop down there. I can jump on the bus at Browton Street. Robson and Browton, head on back to the SkyTrain. I think we'll do that. This is Robson Street here. This is our big, busy area. And in this area you can see a lot of different foods. Meat Fresh, Chico Chicken. We've had chicken from there before. And a few different Chicos now. They're really good with what they do. They do Korean fried chicken. And they have reasonable prices. You can get boneless or bone-in. This is definitely an option. Of course, you're paying a little more if it's boneless. So good though. Yeah, so I just gotta go one more block and then I'm over at the Browton stop. This is an old bus stop shelter over here, but there's no stop here anymore. And since has left, this is the old bus stop for Robson and Jervis Street. Still good to have a shelter out here. Gives people the opportunity to hide from the rain. I get stuck out here. Yeah, we just gotta pass by the Markley Hotel. We'll be down at that bus stop. Over here they got the Jervis Joint. There's still a pub. It looks like it's closed today. And the chair's up. And then over here they have Robson Plaza. And in Robson Plaza there's an H Mart grocery store. Actually, you just saw a woman walk into the H Mart over there, or the Henam supermarket. Sorry, it's not an H Mart. But this Maku tea and this Ramen Dambo's got the lineup always. And Maku tea is getting very popular. Very popular. Look at that lineup. This lineup right across the street here is just for Ramen Dambo. One ramen shop. Like, what are they doing? We still haven't gone. It's just like, we just don't want to wait in line. There's so many other options. Why should we wait in line? Over here, here's a classic Cora. Right on over here, it's your breakfast and lunch jive. Right there. Here's my bus stop right here. Looks like my bus is coming, so cool. So anyways, folks, thanks for coming along today, and just remember to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later, okay? I'm going to jump on the bus. Bye.